back again for another Smackdown review on Friday. I'm uploading this on Friday. I'm doing it right after Smackdown, 50 minutes after Smackdown, because taking notes takes some extra time. But wow, what a Mania after Smackdown. May it be like the best Mania after Smackdown I've ever seen. I don't know. This show was awesome, bro. This show left me wanting more, wanting me seeing more. Like, good from start to finish, smooth. A lot of storylines, a lot of forward progression, like a lot of like small building here and there. Bro, this show was awesome. Let's get into this shit right now. The show starts off with a 2-minute Mania recap of Cody Rhodes defeating Roman Reigns. Shows all these camera angles, him posing in the ring with the fireworks, everyone outside. We start the show off. Holy cow, where did that come from? Dude, my voice just went to smithereens. The show opens up. First of all, it's in a sold-out Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Their 18th consecutive televised sellout, they said. Cody Rhodes opens the show, comes out, big pop. The fans love him. And let me say, why is my voice go to shit now? Cody Rhodes is looking like $1 million. Like, dressed to the nine, nice gold watch. The championship, that shit got polished, or it's a brand new title that they've been saving for after when Reigns loses to bring out a new title, because this title looks pristine, and having it on the shoulder of Cody, bro, like as like you're seeing in the picture right now, bro, holy fuck, bro, looks so beautiful, like perfect champion for WWE type shit. So he opens up the show and the fans bring back one of my top 2 most hated chants of all time, "You deserve it." Yeah, like I said in the notes, looking like $1 million. He talks about The Rock on Monday. Says The Rock put something in his hand. He immediately knew what it was. It was a wartime overture. I'm not sure if that's like a piece of jewelry or what. I don't know what an overture means. I literally tried Googling it and it was literally showing to be much random shit. Pretty sure it's like a watch or a pendant of some sort. He says it was uncomfortable and awkward. He said he believed The Rock when The Rock told him he was going off to Hollywood. He believed The Rock when he said he would come back and would be looking for him. And he says he doesn't have to look far. And then he starts talking about hopping on a plane to France for the WWE's first international PLE of the year. Backlash from France. Names all the contenders from the both triple threat matches tonight. And then he does a very classy babyface thing. In the middle of his promo, he like stops and he's like, wait, if you don't mind me for a sec, I'm just gonna like look around at this sold out arena. Like, I'm gonna turn my back to this camera because I want to see all you guys behind me. And he starts looking up. The fans start cheering like, wow, thanks for like noticing us, Like, I was like, what a smart fucking babyface thing to do. Like, the fans actually loved that. They cheered him. He says he's no longer the hunter. He's the hunted. And if you come at the king, you best not miss. Once undesirable, become undeniable, and now your new undisputed WWE champion. He poses with the title. The fans clap. His music plays. He leaves. That was good. And then it shows Bayley arriving to the arena. LWO arriving to the arena earlier in the day. Then Solo and Jimmy walking backstage, and they pause. They stop. They look to their left. It's the VIP locker room, once with the Bloodline's logo on it, but now with the American Nightmare logo on it. And they're all looking. They're shocked. Kevin Owens walks by them, opens the door to the room, goes in, says, "You're not invited," but there's a broom closet down the hall. Closes the door. As he's closing the door, fucking Jimmy, so funny with the subtle humor. As the door's closing, he's like kind of peeking in, like, like those like those like shows or whatever where there's like a cool like big happening and like the door closes and like they're trying to peek in, like, see, like, oh, I want to be in there too. Bro, the subtle humor of Jimmy, that shit was awesome. I laughed when I saw Jimmy like peeking in, like, oh, I want to go in there too, and like that look on his face. Awesome. So like Kevin Owens closes the door Heyman's all shocked. He looks at Solo. Solo glances back at him over his shoulder. Solo says, I'll take care of him, and I'll take care of the others. Paul Heyman says, listen, winning and losing matters here. There are consequences to losing, and we lost. That's the locker room of a champion, and Cody Rhodes is the champ. If we want our room back, the title has to come back home to the Bloodline. And that's an order from the tribal chief. And Solo's almost looking back at him with that face of, why should I listen to that bum anyway? Like, he lost. It was very, like, discreet storytelling. Like, when Paul Heyman said, and that's orders of the tribal chief, Solo's kind of looking back like, man, oh, you need that guy anyway, you know? Like, planting that seed. Very subtle, you know, facials that tell a great story. Great story. Then LA Knight comes out to a huge pop for his triple threat match. He always comes out and the show goes to commercial every single time. But I watched his entrance, not gonna lie, I watched it like 8 times. I love watching his entrance, and the fans were popping for him. He's walking in the ring, they're chanting LA Knight, does this thing on the ropes where he does LA Knight, yeah. Watch that shit like 12 times, not gonna lie. That's probably why I'm recording 50 minutes after the show and not 25 minutes after the show. Then after the commercial, they caught up with Santos as he's making his entrance, but it showed like a screen video from earlier, Kayla Braxton with Legato. And Santos goes to Kayla, you know, Santos Escobar always has a plan. And then Kayla says, well, some would say you had a plan last week going into WrestleMania when you took out Dragon Lee, who was ultimately replaced by Andrade. Legato laughs and they say, we didn't touch Dragon Lee. And then they walk away and Kayla's looking at them like, okay, yeah, you guys are fucking lying. Then we have this triple threat match. You know, it was a match. It was a good match. So it ended with LA Knight about to hit Santos with his finisher. Legato comes in, Humberto and Angel. They attack him. Bobby Lashley comes back in. He's fighting with them, but they overpower him. They beat him up. Then the Profits come out, take out them. Elektra Lopez comes in. B-Fab takes her out. And then Lashley hits a flatliner on Santos, lines him up for a spear. Santos dodges the spear. Lashley goes into the post like a nerd. Love that spot. Like Braun Strowman literally did that all the time, where he would just like just sprint at someone, they just move, just smashes into the post like a geek all the time. Fucking Braun did that. And then Lashley goes into the post, goes outside. Santos turns around. LA hits him with the BFT, which Santos, I think, took like the best bump I've ever seen for a BFT, where he almost like landed on his head, but actually made it look like a bad finishing move, or I mean, like bad as in good. And then LA Knight pins him. Big pop. So that was good. LA Knight won. I was kind of scared. I kind of didn't want LA Knight to win because I was like, is it too early for him to go face Cody again and lose? Or is it better that he's just having another opportunity to like showcase in the main event, show people he's the main event, but still lose because he's not going to win. Cody's not going to lose at his first fucking pay-per-view. It's just not happening. So I was like kind of hoping maybe LA would just not take the pin, whatever, goes and does his thing, because I don't want to see him lose. Like, he's like, this is bias, of course, but like, I don't want to see him lose. I want him to be like the next top babyface next to like Cody, even though I'm not sure. He's probably like 3 or 4. He's in the top 5 top babyfaces in the company for sure. But it's probably like him, Randy, KO, Sammy, Seth Rollins, you know, like, I don't know. But so we have Kayla Braxton interviewing Ray, who's with all of LWO. Kayla says, we watched Santos fall short in his match. With all your history, do you care to comment on his loss? And then Ray says, it's called karma. Whether it was Rich Holland attacking Cruz or Santos attacking Dragon Lee, it will inevitably come back to bite you. And then Kayla says she spoke to Santos earlier and he denied the allegations. Oh my god, did I delete all my notes? Okay, no, I didn't. Oh my gosh, I was fucking tweaking. So, where was I? Oh my gosh. She said she spoke to Santos earlier. He denied the allegations. They laughed and said, of course he denied them. And then Carlito chimes in and says, it's like the kids say, Santos is all cap. I thought he was gonna say something more like suspicious and guilty, but like not give it away, but like kind of give it away, but he didn't. But the fact that he spoke was almost kind of planting a seed that, hey guys, you know, maybe we should look into this guy a little bit more. And then Ray says, Santos will realize the truth will eventually surface no matter how much you twist it. But now his focus is on AJ Styles. Says he's accomplished a lot of things, including his induction into the WWE Hall of Fame, forming the LWO, but deep down inside, he believes he has another run as WWE Champion. Everyone cheers, even the crowd listening on the Tron cheers. So then the Bloodline comes out to Solo Sikoa's music. He's walking in the middle, basically showing you he's the fucking man. And this fucking segment was awesome. Absolute incredible. Peak fucking cinema. I did not know where this was going, but seeing where it went, bro. A fucking segment that like, where like the talking tells a story and then there's like some sort of physical action that like plays into the story even more. Those are my fucking favorite segments. And this segment was world class. So after commercial, they're all in the ring. Paul Heyman gets on the mic. He says, by orders of the tribal chief, the Bloodline offers no excuses about what happened at WrestleMania. We don't blame John Cena. We don't blame The Undertaker. We don't even blame Jey Uso. Ladies and gentlemen, accountability is a very big word on the island of irrelevancy. I put irrelevancy because I was fucking doing notes, but it's relevancy. And Roman Reigns has ordered that we accept accountability. At WrestleMania 39, what happened was Roman Reigns entered the ring focused. He entered the ring strategic. Roman Reigns entered the ring unemotional. Cody Rhodes took his eye off the ball for just 1 second. He was distracted by Solo. And mentally, that's Cody's fault for not preparing for Solo to distract them. And that's what happened. Your tribal chief took advantage and successfully defended the title. At WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes flipped the script on Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins was a visionary. He told the truth. He told Cody he would be his shield, the one piece of unfinished business in Roman Reigns' life. So when Roman Reigns had a chair in his hand, he could have smashed Cody Rhodes. He didn't. Why? Because after 10 years of waiting for revenge on Seth Rollins, waiting to avenge that betrayal of the Shield, Roman Reigns gave in to temptation. He was distracted by his loss of revenge on Seth Rollins. He took his eye off the ball, and Cody Rhodes took... Wait, what the fuck? He took his eye off the ball, and Cody Rhodes took advantage. Cody Rhodes was prepared. He was strategic. He was ready, and he is your new undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, your tribal chief. And then Solo interrupts. Heyman gasps. Then Solo starts talking while Heyman's holding the mic. And he says, losing and winning matters, right? Heyman nods. So there's consequences to losing, right? Heyman nods. So that means consequences need change. And Heyman's frightened because he thinks he's like talking about Roman Reigns, which is smart of them to say, which is smart of Solo to say all this stuff because Heyman thinks he's talking about Roman, so he's kind of like, oh shit, oh my god, like he's fucking finally gonna do. And then he slowly moves Heyman aside and looks at Jimmy, and Jimmy's kind of shocked. He's like looking back like, what the fuck, nigga, me? And then he starts getting angry. He's like, what, me? Are you serious? And then Solo slowly goes towards him. Slowly. Jimmy's almost bracing like he's getting ready for a fight. Then Solo extends his arms out for a hug. Slowly goes in to give him a hug. The camera goes in close. And Solo whispers in Jimmy's ear. He says, you're my brother. I love you. Then slowly lets go. Slowly walks away as he's still holding on to Jimmy. And then in comes a hooded man and hits Jimmy from behind. And he takes off his hoodie, and it's Tama Tonga, the son of Haku, as Corey Graves says, beats him up. Most of them didn't know who he was in the audience, so it was kind of awkward and quiet. But there's a group of smart fans in there that were cheering and trying to start a holy shit chant, but it didn't really go that far. But the smart ones knew who he was. Some people knew who he was. He got like a very mild reaction, but that's besides the point. He's beating up Jimmy, and then Solo stops him and says, "Get him up." Heyman screaming, "Solo, no, Solo!" Samoan spikes him. Jimmy, by the way, once, picks him up, spikes him twice, picks him up, spikes him 3 times, picks him up, spikes him 4 times, leaves Jimmy laying there, his carcass laying there. He stands there with Tama Tonga beside him. He whispers, "Throw the 1-up." And then Tama Tonga looks straight, throws the 1-up. Solo turns back to Heyman in the corner. Solo goes towards him. Heyman begging for his life, thinking he's going to hurt him. But Solo nicely escorts him to the center of the ring to throw the 1-up. Heyman throws the 1-up, but like a fucking dumbass, goes on his phone right beside Solo and goes, "Call Roman Reigns." But before he gets it off, Solo takes the phone, drops it on the ground, steps on it again, rubs his foot in it, trying to break it. Then he points outside while looking at Heyman still. Points outside. Tonga goes outside, grabs a chair, brings it back in. They put Jimmy in the corner. Solo puts the chair around his neck, leans in close to him, braces him, holds him on the head, and says, "I love you. I love you." And then slowly backs up, turns around, looks at Heyman as he slowly walks to the other side, to the other corner. Then he runs at Jimmy at full speed and hip attacks him in the corner as Heyman is screaming, "This is not what the Tribal Chief wants! No!" And Solo's running while he says no. Perfect timing. Solo hits him. Jimmy is dead. He is on the ground, lifeless, hurting, just unconscious. They walk away while Solo's giving straight eye contact to Paul. They're on the apron. Paul almost motioning him to come along so he gets out of the ring, almost like he's hostage. He's like walking up the ramp with them, but he's walking backwards while staring at them in complete shock with tears almost in his eyes. Solo's walking up the ramp like he's the new Tribal Chief. Corey on commentary asking, "Who's calling the shots? Who's calling the shots?" And Tonga right beside him, right behind them. Then they turn around and face the ring. Tonga's looking up, and I can't help but make the joke that they keep using when AEW superstars come over to WWE, like, "Oh, so this is what a packed arena looks like." But Tonga is staring around at the Little Caesars Arena, taking it in, and it pans to Gray as he's soaking it in, and Solo staring down at the ring, and Paul in between behind them, scared and shocked. Great camera angle. And what a fucking segment that was. Holy shit! Holy shit! Can we talk about all the places that this could go? This segment was unbelievable. Unbelievable. The fucking cinema. The now tables, the wheels turning in all of our heads like, where's this gonna go? Did The Rock issue this? Is this Solo on his own? What's Roman gonna come back and say? Heyman saying the Tribal Chief didn't order this. Tonga's throwing all these things like it was orders of the Tribal Chief, maybe insinuating it's Solo. Solo's probably starting his own group. Is Roman gonna go babyface with the Usos and go against Solo, Tama Tonga, and another Samoan? So many directions this could go. But we just have to tune in every week and watch it play out. Masterful stuff. Cinema. Which is a word, I might add, that has not been used in WWE ever since it started getting used once Triple H came in and started doing storylines a bit better. But I've never heard the word cinema used. There has been good storylines that have warranted the phrase cinema, but not often. But now we're getting it. Seems on a daily basis, but what a fucking segment. I could say segment of the year, but like there's some contenders up there with like The Rock and everything, you know? So what a fucking segment. It might be the segment of like the past 2 years, 3 years. I don't even know. But after commercial, we got Cameron Grimes in the ring. Out comes Braun Breaker to some horrible new music. Def Rebel's on a streak of making nothing but ass records. Holy fuck. I was like, why, bro? His song was fine. Who made his old one, bro? I'm about to Google that shit. Who made Braun Breaker's fucking theme music, bro? Like, if it was fucking Def Rebel, why'd they make a new one? Who made this? Hold on, I'm actually about to find. I'm curious, bro. If it's fucking Def Rebel, then I don't know why they changed it. It was Def Rebel. Why did you change his theme song? The Siren song was good. Anyways, holy shit. But yeah, he beats Cameron Grimes pretty fast with a spear. So nothing to that. Poor Cameron Grimes. I thought he was gonna be thriving in the mid card. Not doing so well right now. You know, they got priorities. They got other people to push. Then we got Angry Styles backstage cutting a promo into the camera. Says, tonight isn't just another match. Tonight is where I fix the wrongs of WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens, you're collateral in my path through LA Knight to the undisputed WWE Championship. You see, I'm going to demolish everything. It's necessary. You're in the way of something much bigger than you could possibly think of. Oh my god, I flustered that. I will step over both your dead bodies to get to what I want. So tonight, LA, I hope you take note of the damage that I'm about to cause. Because tonight will be a taste of what you get next week, and I promise it will be phenomenal. And then Bayley comes out, and then we get more of the second haters chant of mine. You deserve it. But Bayley's like, damn right I deserve it. Thanks, guys. She says, it felt so good, and I feel so damn proud to call myself your new WWE Undisputed Women's Champion. I've gone to WrestleMania and retained titles. I've gone to WrestleMania and lost titles. But this one feels so damn good. This is different. It's not different because I defeated someone I used to call my friend, Io Sky. It's not only different because I get to do this in a brand new exciting era. What did I type there? Brand new exciting. This represents more than just being in the best locker room I've ever been a part of. But even more than that, what makes it special for me, and Michael Cole's going to hate me for saying this, she says, is because of all of you guys. And that's when I rolled my eyes and I said, fuck, I'm just not taking notes of this. But I took some. With everything, with all the ups and downs, all the setbacks, you know, you guys have all been there. Gasses up the fans. Thanks them so much. Then she says, let's give out a brand new opportunity. Tiffany Stratton's music hits. She comes out and she goes, honestly, I thought it was a little rude that I wasn't given an opportunity at WrestleMania. I mean, who better than the center of the universe herself to shine on the grandest stage of them all? And you're clearly building to some sort of open challenge. And well, I accept because it's Tiffy time. And Bayley says she was not issuing an open challenge. She actually already had someone in mind. And she's excited to get back in the ring with them. A legend in the making, she says. She made her return at the Royal Rumble this year. Naomi. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyways. Oh my god. And then fucking Tiffany, after she says Naomi, she says she couldn't even win a title if it glowed in the dark. Fucking laughed. And then Naomi comes out. She's walking out with purpose. And then Tiffany says, excuse me, we're in the middle of something. And by the way, already beat you. And then Naomi says, you tried me on the wrong night, little girl. Sure, you beat me before. But here's what you don't know. I've earned every single thing I've got here in WWE, and I don't plan on stopping now. And I heard her say that. I was like, okay? But then she says, so I can't accept your challenge, Bailey, just yet, because first I want to take on this clueless Tiffany right here, right now. So at least she said that, but I was like, that first part was not even a rebuttal. What the fuck? Okay. So you earned everything. Great. You still lost to Tiffany, you know? But like, thankfully, like she said that, you know, made up for it. And then goes to commercial. We come back. Kayla's outside the trainer's room reporting the news live. Heyman comes out of the trainer's room. Kayla asks if Jimmy is okay, what happened out there. Then before Heyman could speak, Tonga slowly walks up. Heyman pins himself back against the door in fear, with tears starting to roll down his eyes, like quaking, shivering. And Tonga leans in and says, by orders of the tribal chief. Paul Heyman turns like, what the fuck? What? Heyman looks shocked, and then Solo walks up like the final boss, stares at Heyman, stares down at his thumb, stares back up, smirks, walks off. And then Heyman says, what the hell does that mean? Because he's thinking, what the fuck? No way Roman ordered this. But I'm thinking Tonga's insinuating that Solo's the new tribal chief, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. Can't wait. Can't wait for this story to develop. Because now Jimmy is probably going to be out for a while. So we'll see. So Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi. They had a match that went through a commercial break. It ended with Tiffany hitting the prettiest moonsault. Naomi moved out of the way, so she landed on her feet into a tumble roll, got up, said, haha, I outsmarted you. Goes towards Naomi. Naomi rolls her up in a very soft roll that didn't look all too convincing and pinned her for the win. So Naomi earning a shot at Bailey next week, it seems like. Then we have a Grayson Waller, Austin Theory hype heel video package where they're... I didn't even write notes for this because I actually just want everyone to go watch this. It was like so funny because it's like heels just exaggerating like the truth by a mile, like the biggest title match in WrestleMania history, like we won that, we're the undefeated tag champs, you know, like the best of all time, you know, saying all those like, you know, over like the top things that aren't true, which is awesome. And it's so funny because after that video package ends, it like shows like the TV of the video package ending, and it pans. The camera pans to Nick Aldis standing in the office with Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and the Street Profits. And as it pans, all four of them just like look back at Nick Aldis like, you fucking serious? Like, you see this shit? And Nick Aldis just calmly says, yeah, like we'll find a challenger next week for you two. And then, oh my god, like, and then like they go to commercial, but before they went to actual commercial, there's a Snickers commercial with the Street Profits, Scripps, Lucian Price, and Bronco Nima in it. Fucking Montez Ford is like roasting them. And I forgot what he said. I was literally fucking writing this down. Oh yeah, Montez said, my notes completely fucked this up, but Montez said some along the lines of, Script, I was reminding you today, and it reminded me to take out the trash, laughs. And then he says, Scripps, I truly hope you go far. And stay there, ha, laughs. I'm not doing this any justice, by the way. This is fucking horrible. Why did I write this down? Holy fuck, move on. And then Boom wrote, I'm not going to recap that. Anyways, go look at that Snickers commercial. Go look at that shit. I'm erasing my notes for that. And then they came back from commercial and they showed this awesome graphic of like a pointer on like the map of the United States, like going to all the cities that they've gone to for all 18 of their consecutive sold out shows. It'll go like boom, Detroit, boom, Dallas, boom here, boom there, show Raw, boom, light up, fucking done. Great fucking like smart thing. And this thing was awesome. Hold on, I'll get to that in a sec. And then after it showed that, because it was like 18 consecutive sellouts, because then it ended with like the pointer going to Detroit Smackdown, and you could hear like the crowd cheering. And then there's like a cameraman going through the hallways of the arena, and it's like packed with fans. He's like going through them out into like the crowd, like showing the whole sold out arena. And this was so awesome and smart because it makes people watching at home like, shit, this is like the place to be. This shit is awesome. Like, I gotta be here. Like, very smart, cool shit. Like, I saw that. I'm like, bro, I gotta go. Like, they're coming to Like they're coming to Edmonton pretty soon and to Calgary. I'm going to both of those. And then we have Logan Paul on his phone. He's talking to the fans, saying they're all mad because he beat 2 legends at Mania, or maybe just one because Kevin Owens is a dunce. But for Randy, who's the real legend killer? I walked in as champ, I exited as champ, retained, and remained. Like I said, what did you expect? And then he starts talking about impressions, how every PLE that's gone on has been the biggest because he was there. And then he talks about impressions and how WrestleMania did 650 million impressions on social media, and he was 200 million of them. From him, the Prime Team, I Show Speed, the Prime Bottle, Logan Paul, it's a new era, as they're all saying. Well, there's actually a hashtag, the Logan Paul Levesque era. You're United States champion, out. Then it goes back to the ring. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven come out, and then it shows a video package of them, or like a small video in the corner of Piper Niven talking to Nick Aldis earlier, saying they're looking for an opportunity to show what they can do together. But unfortunately, this was not the right night for that, because out comes their opponent, Jade Cargill. She comes to the ring. Everyone, the commentators are like, who could her opponent be? Use your head. Out comes Bianca Belair. And I must say, I gotta say this about Bianca. I've never been a fan of her, like, when she comes out and just, like, tries to fucking cut a promo. Because there's been times back in the day, like on Raw, when she was champion, she would come out and be tasked with cutting, like, a 5 to 10 minute promo. Those have never been good. I will be honest. Holy cow, I fucking hit my screen. Okay. Those have never been good. I'll be honest. But when she just comes out and has matches and is just like Bianca Belair, she is fucking awesome. Like, the aura of her just making her entrance when her music hits, you could hear a majority of fucking female fans like cheering, like screaming when they hear her music. She comes out. Sometimes they even pan to like the audience, and there's like a small girl with her mom. She's twirling her hair with a Bianca Belair sign, and like, bro, she comes out. I'm feeling her energy. You know, I never needed you at all. She's twirling her hair. You know, skipping down, bro. Fucking star. That aura is awesome, and I can see why people gravitate towards that. So, Bianca Belair, I'm a fan of. I just never been a fan of like her when like they make her go out to the ring and cut a promo. Like, her promo's not that great. But this is a showcase match for Jade, not even for Bianca. But this was basically a boom, boom. How you doing? We'll see you later. Bianca took quick heat. Niven goes for a cannonball in the corner. Bianca moves out of the way, tags in Jade. Piper Niven tags in Chelsea, kicks her, hits her with the Jaded, pins her. Like, the match was literally like a minute or less. And then they're posing. I was like, bro, if these two go for like the fucking tag titles, they're gonna hold them for like ever. Like, unless like they fucking turn on each other. Like, that's the only way they're losing. Then we have Byron backstage with KO. Gives him the rundown, and if he advances to next week's contender match, whatever, his final thoughts. And then Kevin Owens says, you know those cool continuous camera shots they've been doing, following people out to the ring? Well, I'm going to try that. So then he takes the mic from Byron. Byron's like, all right, you got this. So then he takes the mic, says, I'll take it from here. Starts walking to the ring as he's cutting a promo backstage. Says, obviously, winning the WWE title is the most important thing to everyone in the industry. He stops by a table where there's a Detroit Tigers, a Fanatics belt. He says he likes it. He's keeping it. He takes it. He's holding it. But then he says, obviously, the real title I want is the WWE Championship. And now, AJ Styles and Ray are standing in my way. He can only hope AJ Styles is not still suffering. No, he's hoping that AJ Styles is still suffering from some sort of PTSD from LA Knight's home invasion. And Ray, we have a lot in common, more than people think. We both have sons that are way taller than us. Of course, my son's awesome. He's not a huge disappointment and a huge idiot. But that's not Ray's fault. Dominic just sucks. As much respect as I have for both of them, they're both in my way. And I want the WWE Championship, so I'm going to kick both their asses. And then he throws the mic at fucking Jamie Noble, says, Jamie, take this mic. Bruce, hit my music. And he walks out. All a continuous camera shot, by the way. He walks out to the ring, makes his entrance, goes to commercial. And then they come back from commercial. They announce next week Bayley versus Naomi for the title. Fatal 4-way tag team contenders match. Legado, the Profits, New Catch Republic, and AOP. LA Knight versus the winner of the main event up next. And then the camera pans to Kevin Owens in the ring. His music's playing. And very casually says, let's get this started. I've been here for minutes. Minutes! And then the others make their entrance. And I love how, like, before the match, KO gave Mysterio, like, a fucking fist bump, showing some respect. I love that. You can tell he really likes it because KO does not do that to, like, anyone. So seeing him do it to someone, you're like, okay, like, he actually really likes him. So then they proceed to have an awesome TV triple threat match, main event. A lot of cool spots. Like, go watch this match. It was like 15 minutes. Granted, there's a commercial in there, so like 12 minutes of like just very fun. Very fun. Probably like 13 minutes and then a commercial, so 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. Very action-packed. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, you know, there was never a dull moment in this triple threat match. That's why I love multi-matches. When they said before the show started that there's 2 triple threat matches, I was like, fuck yes, because I love multi-man matches. I don't like gauntlet matches. I like triple threats and fatal 4-ways. I like fatal 4-ways more, but those matches are my favorite. When those are on shows, I love those and I watch them. They're awesome. But, you know, I can go without like the tower suplex spot, but you know, it's probably going to be in most of them. But this is an awesome triple threat main event. Go watch it if you can. A lot of cool spots from start to finish. This is literally like the shit I live for. Like, I love shit like this. But the match ended. There's a lot of cool spots. Not going to go over all of them. But the match ended with KO and Ray on the apron. AJ Styles is laying inside the ring, by the way. KO and Ray are on the apron. KO hits Ray with a stunner on the apron. Ray goes flying off the apron to the floor after he takes that stunner. KO goes up on top for a swanton bomb on AJ, who gets his knees up. Kevin Owens is laying there. AJ sits up on the top rope. Ray comes back from the apron, fights AJ, gets up top of the rope with him, is going to go for a Hurricanrana, gets caught in Styles Clash position on the top rope, and AJ Styles hits a perfect Styles Clash on Ray onto Kevin Owens and like bounces from that Styles Clash perfectly into a pinfall, pins Ray, which was fucking awesome. Like, so smooth. Hits the Styles Clash, and they kind of like rolled over perfectly, pinned him perfectly. Like, didn't even have to reposition or anything. Very awesome finish. And now we get Angry Styles versus LA Knight 2, and the show goes off the air with LA Knight coming out and them just talking shit to each other. They're just chirping, and that's how the show goes off the air. What a fucking Smackdown that was. Like, very, like, boom, like, awesome. Like, every segment, great progression of characters. That Bloodline segment, I think, fucking took it to the next level. I didn't know what we're gonna get from that segment, but like, Solo took the fucking reins in that segment. It was a superstar in that segment. At first, I thought Solo was coming out for like a match. I was like, they're finally gonna give this guy his first fucking win in like over a year since he beat John Cena. But he came out and made himself a star. Like, Solo needed this bad. He was like the lackey for so long, and now like this made us all feel like this is like a new era, you know? Like, now Solo's taken over. He's giving off main character vibes. Like, what an awesome Smackdown. Like, go watch this Smackdown. Like, I don't guess Smackdowns at I mean, I gas them, but like very rarely do I say like go watch the whole show. Go watch the whole show. Awesome Smackdown from start to finish. Flowed very well. Was never bored at all. Like, sat there live. Usually I don't even watch, like, even though I'm into WWE obviously and just everything right now. But like, usually like I watch it after, you know, I kind of like skip through things. But I watched this show from start to finish live. It was a very good show. And man, that Bloodline story progression, I'm thinking AJ Styles is somehow going to get his win back on LA Knight, but I don't want LA Knight to lose. But if LA Knight wins, it's good, but then he's going to lose to Cody, which isn't bad because fucking Cody's like the man, but like, it's LA Knight losing again in like a fucking title match, but like, I'd much rather have that. Maybe he just beats AJ Styles twice, or maybe somebody costs LA Knight. I don't know who. Maybe the Bloodline. Maybe Solo's like, okay, we're actually gonna come for all of them, but then we got to do Solo LA Knight again. LA Knight's beat him a million times on the road, on TV. Don't need to do that again. So very curious. I'm thinking It's a baby face, has to go against a heel. So I'm thinking AJ Styles. They're going to have a fucking great match. That's what I'm thinking. I think LA Knight Cody is a big program that could happen down the line, but I don't know how they protect LA Knight by him losing. I don't know who the fuck would interrupt or like what the fuck would happen. I have no idea. Well, we would have to find out. So yeah, that is my SmackDown review. I will be back on Sunday because tomorrow I'm going to like a hockey game. I'm gonna be fixing my car during the day, all that stuff. So I'll be back on Sunday. I want to review AEW Dynamite and this fucking blasphemy of airing this fucking all-in backstage segment. That's one thing I want to review. I never review AEW Dynamite, but you know, I'm watching the show tonight after I get home from the gym. I'm recording this, uploading it, going to the gym, and I'm gonna watch AEW Dynamite and I'm gonna review it on Sunday, and you're gonna see. And then on Monday, guess what? I'm going to react to the best Raw after Mania moments. And then going to review Raw. May do NXT. We're going to have some fun. I am dishing out content. And I'm actually so happy for like the 10 subscribers that subscribed over Mania weekend. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel like my work is paying off. So I'm going to put more work into it. That shit motivates me. Keep subscribing. Keep liking my videos. That shit motivates me. Like, it motivated me to do this SmackDown review right after SmackDown. When the fuck have I done that, you know? So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for those subscribing, liking. Appreciate all of you. This has been Eric. And like always, toodles. We'll see you fucking later.